Tension in the palace. Crown: what really happened between Princess Leonor and Sofía shocked Spain. The cameras captured smiles. But behind those royal smiles, tension was brewing. Princess Leonor, Infanta Sofía, two royal sisters, one palace, and one shocking moment that Spain can't stop talking about. What really happened between them? Let's uncover the truth. They were born into the same palace, but not the same destiny. Princess Leonor, the future queen, the chosen heir. Infanta Sofía, her sister, loyal, graceful, yet always one step behind the crown. From their earliest days, their paths were already written in golden shadow. Leonor's name appeared on state documents, royal decrees, and future plans for Spain's throne. Sofía's, meanwhile, appeared quietly, in family photos, school events, and side-by-side smiles. And yet, both carried the same royal blood, and the same silent pressure to be perfect. As the years passed, Leonor began taking her role more seriously. At official ceremonies, she stood tall beside King Felipe and Queen Letizia, confident, precise, calm. The people admired her discipline, calling her the perfect future queen. But Sofía, she was the free spirit, spontaneous, warm, always making people laugh. The cameras loved her too, but not for duty. For humanity. And that difference would soon ignite tension neither sister expected. Every appearance turned into comparison. Newspapers printed side-by-side photos. Leonor, the leader. Sofía, the shadow. Those headlines hurt more than anyone realized. During one summer break at Merivent Palace in Majorca, a small misunderstanding made everything worse. While greeting journalists, Leonor followed strict royal protocol, standing in front of her parents as the heir. Sofía stepped beside her out of habit, and was quietly moved back by a royal aide. The cameras caught it, and within hours, headlines screamed. Sofía rejected by palace staff. Royal sister's awkward moment goes viral. But no one saw what happened after the cameras turned off. When they returned to their private quarters, Sofía confronted her sister. Not with anger, but with hurt. "Do you ever get tired of being first?" she asked softly. Leonor didn't answer immediately. She just sighed, placed her crown pin on the table, and said, "Sometimes, being first feels like being alone." That sentence changed everything. In that moment, they both realized, their attention wasn't between them. It was between the image the world demanded and the sisters they wanted to remain. Their mother, Queen Letizia, noticed the growing distance. She had seen it before, the weight of royal life splitting families apart. One evening, she gathered her daughters in the palace garden and said something powerful. "The world sees crowns and titles. I see my daughters. Never let the crown take away your sister." The girls promised to stay united. But promises in a royal family are often tested. Months later came Spain's National Day Parade, one of the biggest royal events of the year. Leonor stood in her military uniform, representing strength and leadership. Sofía, elegant in pale blue, stood beside her mother. As the national anthem played, Leonor stepped forward to salute. A gust of wind blew Sofía's hair across her face, and instinctively, Leonor reached back to fix it. The cameras caught the gesture, but misread it completely. The tabloids claimed Leonor had pushed her sister aside to keep the spotlight. Within hours, Spanish media was on fire. Royal tension between sisters. Palace Cold War begins. But those who were there said the truth was the opposite. Leonor was helping, not pushing. Still, the damage was done. The image of a rivalry had been planted. For Leonor, the attention became unbearable. Every move was analyzed, every smile dissected. She once confided to a close aide, "People think I'm perfect. I'm just trying not to disappoint Spain." Sofía, on the other hand, felt invisible. During one interview about Leonor's military training, a journalist forgot to mention Sofía entirely. Her only response was a quiet smile. But inside, she wondered if her life would always exist in her sister's shadow. The tension reached its peak during a private family meeting last year. Leonor had just returned from the military academy, disciplined, mature, focused. Sofía wanted to share her plans for studying abroad and pursuing social causes. But as she spoke, King Felipe turned to Leonor for approval. Sofía froze. For the first time, she raised her voice. "You always look at her. I'm here too." The room fell silent. Even Leonor was shocked. Later that night, Leonor found her sister alone on the balcony, looking over the Madrid lights. Without saying a word, Leonor hugged her. No titles, no duty, just two sisters remembering who they were. A few days later, the sisters made a quiet decision to show the world unity in their own way. During a royal visit to Girona, where Leonor was to deliver a speech, Sofía joined unexpectedly. The palace hadn't planned it. But Leonor insisted Sofía sit beside her. When Leonor stepped up to speak, she began with a simple line. "Today, I share this moment with someone who means more to me than any title, my sister, Sofía." The room erupted in applause. That single sentence silenced months of rumors and tension. Behind the scenes, palace officials were relieved. They had worried that speculation about rivalry could harm the monarchy's image. But Leonor and Sofía's public display of affection changed the narrative overnight. Suddenly, Spain wasn't talking about tension, it was talking about sisterhood. The press praised them for showing human emotion within royal protocol. Even international outlets picked up the story, calling them Europe's most relatable royals. Since then, Sofía has stepped confidently into her own light. She began appearing at youth conferences, giving speeches about kindness, unity, and environmental awareness. Her natural warmth captured hearts. At one event, she said something that melted the nation. "My sister carries the crown. I carry the love of the people." That quote went viral across Spanish media, and Leonor proudly reposted it through the royal social channels with a single heart emoji. The message was clear. The tension was gone. The bond remained. Leonor, too, had grown from the experience. The future queen learned that leadership wasn't about power, it was about understanding. In her next public address, she spoke not as a monarch in training, but as a sister. The strength of Spain lies not in crowns or titles, but in unity, in families who stand together. Those who knew the backstory understood the deeper meaning. She wasn't just talking about her country. She was talking about Sofía. Months later, a royal photographer accidentally captured something extraordinary. On Leonor's study desk, beside official documents and military notes, lay a small framed photo, her and Sofía as children, laughing in the palace garden. It wasn't meant for the public. But when the photo leaked, Spain's heart melted again. The caption on social media said it best. "The future queen still keeps her sister close." Today, Leonor and Sofía stand united like never before. Leonor continues her royal preparation, strict, traditional, demanding. Sofía focuses on her passions, creativity, compassion, and youth leadership. Different paths, same bond. They've learned to embrace their differences, because that's what makes their sisterhood powerful. Behind the palace walls, they no longer hide tension. They've turned it into strength. The world loves drama, but the truth is deeper. Real love isn't always perfect. Even royal families face misunderstandings, pressure, and pain. But what defines them is how they rise above it. Leonor and Sofía proved that even under the weight of crowns, sisterhood still shines brighter than any throne. They are not rivals. They are reminders that even behind royal walls, love, patience, and forgiveness matter most. If you believe family is stronger than fame, sparkling heart like this video. TV subscribe for more royal stories. And bell turn on notifications for weekly updates about Princess Leonor, Sofía, and the future of Spain's royal legacy. Crown Watch next. Princess Leonor's move that left the royal family speechless. Sparkles, stay inspired. Stay royal.